All right, looks like we're live on Facebook. And now the question is, are we going to be going live on the LAX18 YouTube page? So we're trying something different here tonight. Our fine folks in engineering have put the, oh, it looks like we may have hit YouTube. So this is a first, boys and girls, a world premiere on this April Fool's Day. But it appears right now, as we have 37 folks that are sitting on the Facebook side, nobody on YouTube, one on YouTube. We have our first YouTube. All right, so congratulations, you are number one like ever that we've tried this. So that we're again starting to do a stream here for the severe weather potential as we look ahead for later tonight and especially tomorrow. There are a lot of parameters in place that indicate this could be a decent severe weather event. Now, it's not a slam dunk, but there are a lot of things in play that lead you to think that this could be kind of a bad scenario. And ironically, we're coming up on the 50th anniversary of April 3rd, 1974, with the super outbreak. Nobody is saying that's going to happen again. But that being said, here's what we're looking at. There are going to be, I think, at least 2 waves. It may actually come in 3. The first one will be late tonight, after midnight, pre-dawn, for the storms that are going right now back in Missouri, Illinois. They are going to be coming eastward, probably weakening as they start coming into our area, but it depends on how fast that occurs as to the severe weather threat. We'll talk about that. Keep that information source handy. Yeah, keep that thing that can wake you up. The Storm Tracker weather app I would highly recommend. And so that is a way to get information while you are asleep at night, which is a good time to do that. But some of these will be coming in 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. And so, again, if it's a situation that requires the warnings, have that information source handy. And the big variable for tomorrow's severe weather, and this is why it's not a slam dunk, is are there going to be debris clouds left over from the convection that we have going through tonight, that dying convection as it comes through? Is it going to leave clouds behind? Is it going to leave some boundaries that could kick off some scattered showers middle of the day tomorrow? If that happens, you lessen the instability. You've lessened the amount of energy you're putting into the system. You're missing the spark that can get the entire thing to kind of blow up, which would be the severe weather scenario. If middle of the day tomorrow we are in sunshine and we're in the low and mid 70s with a howling wind, then it's really look out when these storms do arrive, because again the pump will have been primed and ready to go. So from the Storm Prediction Center, what we're looking at is the severe risk tonight, and you can see that as you look out here toward Lexington north and west, you've got your enhanced risk. So that's level 2 base level. Well, I always considered slight to be level 1. So that would be the next level up. And these are for storms that will be coming out from this way as they hit into central Kentucky. Then they will be in a weakening phase, which is why you go to slight and then a marginal. That's for later on tonight. But then tomorrow, the folks at the Storm Prediction Center have really hit the area hard to the north. Let's just go ahead and expand this out here. And with that, you are seeing, again, most of Ohio is under that moderate risk of severe storms. For us, it's the enhanced, and that covers a lot of real estate. And normally an enhanced is, a pretty big deal. But again, it's conditional on whether or not we get into the sunshine for a while. And if, again, that happens, then this likely does come to fruition. Now, the interesting thing about this storm is, let's see, it's not Audrey, so we must be actually getting out live. The interesting about the storm is we began talking about it last week. We started talking about this last Monday, that the modeling was putting something in the area, in the neighborhood. At that distance, okay, you have your big picture stuff, but you don't have necessarily the details, which is where this stuff starts coming into play. Again, this is from the Storm Prediction Center, the tornado risk. So with this, 25 miles from any point, there is the possibility of a tornado. 10% chance. 10% chance, 25 miles from within a point, there's a tornado. And then above and beyond that, take that 10% of a chance, but put another 10% on it, that within 25 miles of a point, there could be a significant tornado. And with that, you're talking EF2 or better. That's a pretty high number for a forecast from the Storm Prediction Center. It gets higher as you head up into Ohio. And this is for the possibility of a squall line coming through. With that, you are talking about, you see that would be a line that would come on through, and within it, 10% chance of winds greater, actually I take that, 30% chance of damaging wind gusts, 10% chance hurricane force or better, 25 miles from any given point. So this is the supercell index. What we're looking at here is basically energy and helicity combined. So this is 6 o'clock tomorrow. You're seeing that it's got a clustering of supercells as part of the main line. There's 7 o'clock crossing I-75, and 7 to 8 o'clock it's in our area. So again, with this, the model's thinking, okay, there's going to be something nasty going on, because these are fairly high numbers that you're seeing. That's getting into the medium to high category for the possibility of supercells. You're seeing that, okay, my gosh, it's showing it between Saint-Étienne and Paris. You can't necessarily take that data geographically verbatim. But what you can do is say, okay, the model sense there's going to be something big going on, and with it, we really need to stay aware. Know that the models are thinking, okay, there are going to be some supercells coming across the area. There are likely going to be watches and warnings associated with those. And this is actually some new data that's come in, and these numbers are up from the previous model run. With that, flood watch is also in effect for the possibility of locally heavy rain, and that from Lexington north and east. So here's the big picture. This is radar, and we'll take this up to current time. You can see the various watches out to our west. The low pressure that's spinning its way out here, this low right now is not, I mean, it's strong, but it's not over the top strong. What's really given me a lot of pause for concern, and this whole time building up to this, is that this storm is going to be intensifying once it gets into the Ohio Valley. I mean, really deepening. And so that increases the shear, that pulls more moisture, more dew point into this. In fact, let me do this real quick. I think I can do this. So we're looking at this. Let me add dew point on here for you right now. And that will help to kind of show you what we're thinking about. So there's temperatures, but there's dew point, and let me just put the 60 and above dew points. So you see all that, okay? So there's the fuel, there's the moisture that we're talking about with this, and I can't tell us straight off of that right now, but you see all this stuff down in here. That's the fuel, and again, this is being pulled into that area of low pressure. And you also notice there's snow going on the back side of this system. Actually, we went all the way back to let me redo this, hit OK on that, and take you up to current time. There we go. There's current time. And again, you see in the warm sector here all the various warnings in Missouri, but you see there's snow on the back side of the system. So yeah, this thing is pulling in all of the big weather features. So let's go to the future track. And so you're seeing this from 7 o'clock this evening, but everything's going on right now along that warm front. We can expand this back out because this is not for TV right now. So you're seeing again those storms back there in Illinois. This is 2 in the morning and beyond. You're seeing a few cells that develop in Kentucky during the pre-dawn hours. Again, those could be supercells near that front. And you see that dying squall line. You saw that, right? Let me do it in red. Here's that dying squall line. That could leave some boundaries behind that we may have to contend with. And then as we get you in toward the afternoon and evening, you're seeing again the redevelopment of storms. Some of these again will be supercells. There we get to 7 o'clock, and this is what the model was seeing. So you're seeing all of these various cells showing up here within the squall line. So if that's the case, it's a QLCS, a quasi-linear convective system. But within that, there's shear available, and these storms within that line can begin to twist. And you look for the kinks in the line. And that's where your tornadic threat may evolve. It also gets out of here fairly quickly by the time we get you then into Tuesday latter part of the evening. But what I wanted to show you here, look at all those isobars. Look at how this thing has revved up. So that is the huge concern. That is just a ton of shear available. Oh yeah, and then as it drops south, it's going to bring cold air along with it. And the bottom line with that is that we could see some snowflakes fly by the time we get you into Wednesday night and Thursday. So that's the overall threat. Now, I haven't been able to see any questions, but I'm wondering if I hit that button, if I do see it. Nope, that didn't work. So let me hope I didn't mess everything up here. get rid of that. Okay, I can't view it on Facebook, so I can't see any questions that were there, at least this go around. So the bottom line is, stay aware, keep an information source handy. While it's calm now, think of your severe weather plan, not only at home, but at work. If you're going to be out and about tomorrow, shopping, traveling to wherever, doing whatever you happen to be doing, think of what your severe weather plan would be. If you're going from place to place to place, think about, okay, where do I need to go? Just in case. At home, have your severe weather plan ready to go. Have your information sources handy, not only tonight, but again, tomorrow afternoon as well. So your pocket forecaster is that if you see sunshine and a lot of it middle of the day tomorrow, then be ready latter part of the day into the evening for that enhanced severe weather potential. So again, the bust potential is if we end up with a lot of clouds. Other piece of advice, we'll be on tonight at 11. Tom will be here in the morning. We will be staffed with multiple folks if the need arises. We've already got them on the schedule on standby. Bain is prepared to do a double or split shift if necessary. If it becomes particularly heinous, we've got Emily on standby to come on in. So again, we've got you covered here. But the bottom line is just don't be oblivious to this. Just going about as life we're normal. This is the potentially nasty scenario. Again, it's complex. There's a lot of things that are going on, but the potential is there. So be prepared, be ready, and keep it on LAX 18. And it looks like everything worked. We still have 2,600 folks on the Facebook stream and 40 some on the YouTube stream for our inauguration of a YouTube stream. So it looks like Paul's a genius here at the engineering worked, and we're good to go. We'll see you tonight on the TV side over there at 11, and updates as necessary. We can do this through the night as well, in addition to having the TV side all ready to go in case we're needed. Thanks for clicking on our various webcasts here at the Storm Tracker Weather app, and on Facebook and on YouTube.